Hey, this is Glendon. If you want to be included in the next boot camp, which starts July 16th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just sign up below. The new format is working really well. Everyone seems to like it, and you're getting a lot of information in bite sized, digestible chunks. And this will also be your last opportunity, perhaps until the end of August, September, October. There's a lot of stuff that's going on, and you definitely want to be part of this train. Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions. The title of this video, Buying Units is Easy, Selling's the Hard Shit. You see a lot of stuff online and people are talking and it's like, oh yeah, you can't make any money with storage auctions. They're hard to get. They're this, they're that. The reality is buying a unit is the easiest part of the whole deal. Because the thing is, the reason there's so much misery and there's so much disenchantment, people are disenfranchised with the whole industry, is people thought they were going to go out, buy a unit, it was going to be clean, it was going to be full of high-end items, and they were going to be able to sell it within a matter of hours to days. And when that didn't happen, oh hell, someone needs to fucking pay. I've been lied, I've been tricked, I was bamboozled. This is just a scam. The reality of the moment is storage auctions have always been a very difficult and challenging business, long before the TV shows even aired. That was the reality. This is not a business for the weak at mind, the weak of back, or someone who's just lazy. It's not that kind of business. But for those of you who want to get in the business and understand what you're getting into, the future is looking pretty bright. The number of people who are going to auctions is coming down. Some places it's plummeted already. In other places, it's still kind of thick with crowds. But mark my words, sooner or later, those folks who had stars in their eyes hoping they were going to find some gold doubloons in every unit are going to get sick of being disappointed, and they're not going to come out anymore, and they're going to talk bad about you, the folks who are actually going out. Because this thing lasted longer than I thought it would, but the signs of it starting to wear down are there. Number one, people don't even talk about Storage Wars Texas. It's all about Storage Wars Los Angeles. I hear there will be other franchises. I'm not sure. I don't have any information on that. But even with that, we're on the downside of this. Also, the real deal with making money with storage auctions is about the business. It's about setting up the infrastructure to make money. Like I said, buying units is the easiest part of the deal. Loading, getting it back to your spot to sell, processing, inventory, research. That's when it starts to get hard, but the actual spot where you actually sell your item to a customer or a prospect, that's the hard part. And to do it every day, week in, week out, month in, month out, year after year, that takes skill. Now, this is the good news. You can learn those skills. Anyone can learn those skills. What I'm doing with the boot camp is totally different, because one of the things that I've learned is when you're instilling this information, there's a tendency for everyone to think that they're smarter than the person who wrote the book. I'm guilty. I've done it. I've actually had to go back and reread books and do it the way that the author intended to get the results. Because if you go ahead and just kind of like pull out what you think is better, and it happens. It's happened. I've had people write me and tell me they've been in the business since, 1984, and everything that's in the book they've done. Except I know that's a lie. I was in the business. I know until recently, and there are still people who were out there on the storage auction trail when I was, who still don't have an eBay account. So I know this. I know this for a fact. So to make this assumption that, hey, everyone's going to come to the same place is some bullshit. So what's happening with the new deal is you're getting the course in little digestible chunks. You're not getting all this information at once. You're going to get it in a manner where bam, bam, bam. It's like, oh, I can do this today. I can do this today. I can ponder this. I can ponder that. And I've already gotten feedback that people like it. That's the cool thing. I thought it was going to be better because they get it. And then you get this chunk of information. And on Mondays, we have a Q&A, and then you can ask me about anything that you went over that you're not clear about, don't understand, and then we open up the floor to new stuff. That's going well. And with that, if you want to be in the July 16th webinar session, because it's only been going on a week, and what I'll do is create a separate track for new people coming in, because I'm not going to just like, bam, send you all the stuff so you can catch up. We're not doing that because it actually defeats the purpose of what I'm doing. I'm just going to create a separate track. So you'll get day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, like that, versus you getting all this stuff and then we're right back to the point I was just discussed. Also, if you do not get in on the July 16th run, then you're going to have to wait until August or September to get into the next boot camp, because I am working on several different projects, and one I'm going to share with you. How to find, that's not it. The title probably going to change a little bit, but it's how to find gold and other valuable items at estate sales, garage sales, yard sales, and Craigslist. If you looked at my video that everyone loves, there's going to be way more stuff. And actually, there's going to be another book. And it may be out this month. And I'm going to do a just a 1.5 hour, 2 hour, one-time webinar about that, maybe. Just depends on how this book comes out. But that's going to be for people who like to splunk. Everyone doesn't want to do storage auctions. But at one point in my life, I was a picker for a very, very brief period of time, maybe 6 months, and then I just full-fledged fell in with storage auctions because volume and scale. You can make great money with picking, but you're going to, bam, hit a ceiling real quick, because your biggest consumables in that endeavor are time. That's it. You can only, because there's, unless there's going to be another book coming out. It's called Picking 7 Days a Week. I'm still, it's going to be a little brief. And really, it won't be a, hey, what to buy. It won't be that type of book. It will be strategies, how you can create a picking paradigm where you can get the most stuff in the least amount of time, because the more stuff you get, the more stuff you put on eBay, Craigslist, and sell, the more money you make. That's what that book's going to be about. And that's where I'm going with this stuff. So if you want to be part of the July 16th webinar, you need to sign up now. Someone put in a question, what's the last day you can sign up? I'm going to need for have you sign up. I'm going to get, because I've got my stuff together and I've got help. I'm going to need for you to sign up Monday. I'm going to give you the Monday because the webinar starts at 9. You need to sign up by 7 p.m. Monday. That way I can get you in. After 7, you may get in, you may not. But I'm going to give you until 7 p.m. Monday. And after that, this will default to August or September, because like I said, other stuff's coming. And just for those of you that know, starting after and this is why I have to wait, we're going to jump right into the new Craigslist training. There's going to be a new Craigslist book. And for the folks who bought the $99.95, you get maximum benefit because you're going to get that webinar. You're already in. You don't have to sign up. You're already on the list. Once we are finished with the first webinar, we're going to roll straight into that. It's going to be the same setup. Probably will not be as long. I haven't decided. But, you will get an announcement on that. And then maybe an overview of the Ultimate Garage Sale. And then we move into iBuyIProfit.com. That's the plan. That's what I'm working on. So I'm way excited, because essentially what I've come to understand is it was my process and methodology that made me more successful than just going out to auctions and buying stuff. Anyone can show up. Anyone can be the big dog for a day. Everyone's got a credit card, 401k. They can pull money out, pull 5, 10 grand out, and go Big Willie style. But that's for one day. What are you going to do consistently? What are you going to do for the long term? Because I was able to consistently make money in the storage auction business for 8 years without one losing year. Not one. Every year was a profit year. And to follow up on that, I want you to look at what I've done with YouTube. This is not a big niche. It's not. Most of the people who watch these videos, either for entertainment value or, they're trying to learn something. It's a very, very small community. And I was able to do, in my opinion, quite well because, there's a nice little reach here. And for everyone that watches the channel and is subbed, I really appreciate it. But that's the deal. If you want to be successful in the resale business, because whether it's picking, storage auctions, splunking, treasure hunting, whatever, you're a resale person. You're looking for something to flip and make it to a profit. That's what I do. That's the new thing. I actually recently told a production company that I have no interest in being in front of the camera. I'll help you as a consultant, but I don't want to be a reality television star. I don't want to do that. I have to jump head first into writing. I've got a lot of stuff coming out. The Hustler Mindset is coming out this year. The How to Make Gold at Garage, How to Find Gold and Other Valuables. The title's going to change. That's coming out. And these other tunes are coming out because all I do now is make videos and write. I've cut off a lot of other stuff. If a nice consulting opportunity comes on, I can do that. But I freed myself up of a lot of things I was doing, and I've made a lot of decisions. So that's pretty much what you're seeing. So if you're a production company and you're seeing this, yeah, I can work with you behind the scenes, but I don't want to be on television. That ain't my thing. At one point when I would have been the first one, if we could have got it done, would have had the first show, I was all in. But now I don't want any part of it. It's like, to me, just this big muck. There's this over-socialization of the stuff. I don't want any parts of it. Just don't. And that's why my stuff is kind of low-key. Sometimes, I do get things that could be a little bit more wow, and you're going to do this. And I purposely keep my marketing and advertising at a sensible level because I'm not trying to trick anybody in this business. It's hard. Many folks don't need to be in it, straight up. So why I'm going to try to fool people to get into it. And I've also will create some things for people who are not interested in storage auction business because I get email after email after email. It's like, hey, I love the business advice. I love the channel. I'm never going to buy storage auctions, but I'm going to support you and I'm going to buy the books. And for that, I really appreciate it. And I'm real humbled by that. And I'm just going to work more, harder in that vein to make more information available for those people. So that's what's going to happen. All right, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auction.